So did y'all hear about April 5th? On April 5th, there's to be a national protest that's, led by a company, a progressive movement company by the name of Indivisible. And the protest is for Trump and Elon Musk. Black people, listen. That has nothing to do with us at all. If you get on Google and you Google Civil War in 2025, look at the data that all of these major companies have collected in regards of like talking to the people and saying, do you believe there'll be a civil war and what is the likelihood of you being involved? These people want to go to war with each other. That has nothing to do with us. Stay out the way. Do something that'll help you be more progressive in your community. That can make you more self-sufficient. That can have you in a better position if things in this country are to hit the fan, which they are. Right.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kudash, double honors to my elders and my apostles of great millstone, which are the men that rule well and taught us His truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect, man. And as you saw, at the beginning of the video, the lesson, all right, Jake was talking about this company right here, which it's just more and more snares. All right. Supposedly April 5th, they're going to be, there's going to be a protest and, Jake ain't falling for it no more, man, because that's one of many, social media posts where Jake is saying, yo, we sitting this one out, because this devil's not to be trusted. And that's the thing is, we're in the information age and Esau can no longer lie the way that he used to, and his witchcraft, to certain level, to certain degrees, won't work anymore. All right, to a certain degree, because he's still gonna, like the scriptures say, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark, right? And Revelations of the 13th chapter. But little things like this, little emotional pokes that he likes to take at Jake that used to work now aren't working. There was a video of Jake basically saying that this whole push that segregation is legal again, you need to stop it, because we're not falling for it. They're trying to push us and have us, you know what I'm saying? They got Whoopi Goldberg talking about it, and it's like, man, Jake ain't falling for the same old tricks. Esau ain't been, he ain't had the same spark, man, as he used to, man. He used to be a master deceiver. Now he's getting sloppy. Jake is not listening to him. But I wanted to bring this as well. I wanted to show this real quick, because this looks like a quick startup, man. You know what I mean? Another one of Esau's snares, this company called Indivisible. All right. It says our democracy is under threat, but we will not yield to fascism. We will stand together. We'll fight back in defense of our rights. Now you see now where it says fight back and things like that. This is a clear setup from Esau, man. This looks like whatever agent they decided to make this, they made this shit. It looked like they used Squarespace to make this, man. They did this in about 30 minutes. Guaranteed. This is clear agent weirdo activity, man. Saying things like we will stand together and fight back. Those are trigger words. Let Jake sign up for this. You gonna be on a list. Now you're a threat to the government. You see? They're using words like fascism and things like that, values, join us, Hey, at the end of the day, man, that's y'all problem. All right, us here, we know our nationality, man, and that's nothing but more and more snares. That's what I titled it. All right, the lesson. I'm going to start off in Psalms 10. I'm not going to get too many pre's. Just Psalms 10 and Sirach 12, the usual bit. Hey, man, the scriptures say, man, his words were smooth as butter, yet were they drawn swords. He destroyeth such as be at peace with him. You can't expect this devil to change. Hey, the scriptures even say in Habakkuk, all right, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. There's nothing right that he can do. He's not created to do good unto anybody, not even to himself. He's a danger. Esau's a danger to his damn self. If he's willing to take us out, all right, because us, we have the spiritual and scriptural knowledge to know. If you try to take out Israel, that means you're taking yourself out, because we're not, the Lord said, if we cease to be a nation, then the ordinances of the Son and the Son would depart. Things like that. You see, this devil is a damn demon. In his mind, he's like, well, if I can't have the blessing, we all got to die. That's pretty much the way he's moving. But it's okay, man, because at the end of the day, It's not written for him to win. The scriptures say they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. That him, they overcame him. Let's talk about Esau, Edom, the devil, man, and in our own flesh, us overcoming death. And what? We overcame the wicked one, man. All right? Lord's will. We're part of that number. All right? They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. We are going to overcome Esau by Yahweh Shai's sacrifice that he made for us on the cross. Psalms 10:1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Right? And that's what he does, man. He persecutes us, categorizes us. You know, that's what the accuser of that brethren is going into in the scriptures, right? When you read that scripture. And it's a spirit, man. The elder Yahshua made a lesson, and Esau is bringing back scientific racism. You know, it's a recent video. I forgot the dude's name, but he was saying that the Gadites that was over here were savages. You know, and us taking over, talking about Edomites taking over America was a good thing because, you know, they didn't even have a written language. Whole time we was over here speaking in broken Hebrew, right? We had a written language, you know. Meanwhile, they were the savages, you know. They were the ones that needed our help because them motherfuckers came over here with scurvy and smelled like shit. But we were the savages, right? They brought Catholicism, right? They brought civilization, right? But that's the thing, man. That's them persecuting the poor, painting us to be this big demon. Meanwhile, he's the biggest demon on earth. You know, he's literally the wicked. You know, it says the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. This is persecution, man. Him trying to get us to go out there and protest so that he could lock us up and kill us. Hey, that's a snare, man. Jake catching on. That's why Jake is like, we will not be partaking in this. The majority. As far as, you know, what social media posts are, you know, most Jake don't even give a shit no more. Most of us got too much going on in our daily lives to, you know, most of us is trying to, you know, poke our head out of the water with these damn bills and shit to be trying to go protest, you know? It says, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And the ultimate device that they've imagined that will overtake them is the missiles. That's the judgment written for you wicked-ass Edomites, man. You guys just deserve everything evil that comes to you because you're a plague on the earth, man. You're the worst of the worst. There's something off about you damn devils, man. It's a lot off about you, man. You know? You know when a real Edomite walks in the room, the aura changes into something bad, you know? Because they're the wicked, man. Ain't nothing right about an Edomite, man. Okay? For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. Right? Esau is all about loving everything that the Lord hates. You know? Moism, right? Homosexuality, right? HOMO sexuality is okay in his society. They give you benefits for being that. You know? I remember they were doing that thing in San Francisco. He was paying Moes to live there and things like that. Like, come on, man. You see? They were given more rights. You know? Shit, damn near got more rights than the average person. They get more incentives. That's just one example, man. You know, all the wickedness that the Lord hates, Esau loves and promotes it. Okay? That's why people come to America and be what they want to be. They leave the countries where they can't act a fool. They come here to do whatever the hell their heart's desire is. They, you know, a man living out in India, all right, can come to America now and pretend, say he's a woman and do whatever he wants to do sexually. It's disgusting out here. And a woman living in Saudi Arabia can move here and become a man, you know, and do all this weirdo freakism. Okay? That's the world that Esau created for these people. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Right, that's his mindset. That's why he does the things he does. See, if someone that truly feared Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the last thing you'd want to do is mess with his people. Right? More specifically, his elect. Because really, he don't give a shit. He's willing to put a hurting on the elect. You know? He don't care. That's why he does what he does. He'll hurt his own. He don't even give a shit about the lower tier of his people. This guy is the wicked, man. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right? That's what you see, man. You know, even this is shit right here, man. You know, talking about we this, we the people, we're the human race. No, fuck all that bullshit, man. That's y'all, man. That's y'all issue. That's, Trump came in office and come to find out he wasn't benefiting none of you Edomites. Now you're talking about, oh, let's go protest. No, man. You can go out there, walk and get slaughtered, whatever's going to happen. Probably nothing. Who knows? But, hey, if Jake is out there, you're going to get caught in the crossfire, man. You're going to be in them Edomite crosshairs, man. You're going to have an issue coming for you. Okay? You don't never know what, it's supposed to be 1 million people doing it. Hey, man, you Jake better get out the way. You gotta, you can't trust your enemy. I'm gonna read that in a second. But yet his mouth is full of deceit, fraud, cursing, man, all the wickedness, man. That's all he speaks. It says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor, right? His mindset is to kill, because the real poor is the Israelites right now. We're rich in spirit, all right? But we're poor right now. And he's the richest man in the world, but still, his hindsight, his mind, his sights is geared towards us to kill us. He has his heart's desire, and it's still not enough. He still needs to try to kill us all. He still has to poison our water. He has everything he could ever want, the best of the best, but he's still not satisfied because we're still living. He literally, the Lord gave him the fatness of the earth for the season. And look, he still has to poison us. He still has to persecute us. He still has to kill our babies. He still has to kill our elderly. This is the wicked, man. If you can't see it, the Lord has blinded you. This is the most obvious thing. Sirach 12 and 10, don't want to keep, repeating the same thing. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron resteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him. That's what this is. This is him humbling himself and crouching. Oh, let's protest against the man. We're all this human race. This is rich versus poor, brother. No, man. This is Esau versus Jacob. This is Genesis, the 25th chapter. Okay? This is Obadiah, man, taking place, man. The judgment coming for Esau, man. He's hanging on by a thread, man. He don't got no more hope, man. This is his end. All right? Esau being in power was the very symbol of his downfall. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? Oh, brother, we're the human race, brother. We got to protest against the man, brother. That's them. No, man. We ain't protesting with y'all, man. Y'all can do that. Y'all can go protest. That's how you handle things. You handle things carnally. We gonna pray for the downfall of this place. Man. Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Now, if you don't know the explanation to this, back in ancient times, the looking glass, it wasn't a mirror like how we had today. It was precious metals. Let's say, for example, gold or something like that. Or I'm going to say gold. Let's say it's copper. It would be polished to the point where you can see yourself, the reflection of yourself on it, right? But, these things tarnish and they tarnish, they rust, right? Well, if it starts to rust, you would polish it, but it would never be back to perfect. That's exactly how Esau is. No matter how much you think his wickedness, no matter how humble he likes to be, his wickedness is not gone. He's still the wicked. That stimmy check was not, no, man, that's not it. That's not it. He's still the wicked. He still wants to kill you. Esau can give everybody $1 million, can give all Israelites some 40 acres and a mule, but he will try to kill you right after. That's what y'all need to understand, man. He's still after y'all. This is one example of it. This is him saying, oh, this is my extended arm to you. But no, it's a trap. It's all a trap. You partaking in his system. Okay? So his wickedness had not been altogether wiped away, man. His wickedness is still there. It ain't going nowhere. He's still the same damn devil. This is the same man that killed the Gadites when the Gadites were doing nothing but helping them, man. This is the man that's the same exact man. He hasn't changed. Okay? So that's all I wanted to bring out through the Spirit, man. All praise, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Chakadash. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of great millstone, which are the men that ever will and taught us his truth, peace, blessings, salutations to the elect. Hey, man, more and more snares, man. Watch out, man. All right? Stay in the